Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy almost Shabbat Shalom to you. I am getting ready for Shabbat. I just picked up my flowers from Trader Joe's like I always do. They have a really exciting new thing I'm going to be doing with them. And I put some stuff out on the dining room table. Let me show you guys. And it's a really special Shabbat because my sister and her family are coming to stay with us and they're going to be here for Shabbat, so I want to make it a really special dinner. I'm going to be cooking. It's going to be a vegetarian Shabbat. I'm going to be making a lasagna and a garlic challah. Garlic bread challah. It's going to be so good. But before we get into the flower arranging, just wanted to update you guys in a truthful manner that I have been going a little organizational crazy. I had this idea when guests come to say that like any cabinet that they open, I want it to look clean and organized, just like the rest of the house does. And I have not been keeping up with this on a daily basis, so I've been diving headfirst into cleaning and organizing all the cabinets. So some like are fine. Actually, I'm doing the dishwasher. Doing dishes right now, so there's not too much stuff in the cabinets. But like those were fine. But then there were sneaky little ones, like this one that I just cleaned out. Look at it, gorgeous. So yeah, that's what I want, is just to not have clutter and junk. Let me show you a few more I've been doing because I'm just so proud of myself. So this is the cutlery cabinet. Like I said, the dishwasher just ran, so these are empty. But this used to just be full of random junk I didn't even need. So got rid of that. The pantry, I also did a bit of organizing. And then, oh, this was a junk spot. And it no longer is. And then this drawer is actually like empty right now. And this drawer had junk in it too, and now it's empty. This drawer is legitimately empty. Oh no, it's not. Oh my goodness. My children put this random stuff. Okay, this was empty and now it's got these are my husband's Game Boys from when he was little, and sometimes the kids play with them. And honestly, this was my phone from 2007 when I went to college. I actually want to turn it on and see if the texts are still in it. Anyways, so those are stuff the kids play with. And then the last spot I cleaned out was our laundry room, which again, just like accumulated stuff. So this is our art cabinet, art and Play-Doh, all cleaned up. And then this is actual like laundry stuff. And yeah, I love an empty shelf with just like one thing on it. Anyways, okay, so now let's do the flowers. And what's special about these flowers is I got a new vase, a really cool one that I had seen on Amazon and been wanting for a long time. They're these long acrylic vases. I don't know if you would even call them a vase. Comes in a pack of two. I think they were $25 for both. And you basically cut the flowers really low so that they can be in the center of a table, because our dining room table is long. And if you put like one arrangement just in the middle, it can kind of block the flow of conversation, and it doesn't also like look that great because it's just in one spot on like a big table. So I thought these would be great because they're low and long. So yeah, all right, let's get started on the flowers and then more Shabbat prep. Thanks for being here, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up to let me know, and hit the red subscribe button down below. I am inching closer to my ultimate goal, 100,000 subscribers. I can't even like say it out loud. I've just been working so hard at it for 5 years. So help me out and hit that subscribe button. All it means is when you go to YouTube, you might see my videos in your feed if the algorithm blesses me. Okay, let's go. So here are my beautiful flowers from Trader Joe's. I went a little out of my comfort box this week and did not get all one color, which is what I usually do. I feel like I like to just play it safe with the one color thing, but I was excited to just try something a little new and out of the box for me. So these, I don't know what to call them. Are they vases? Are they flower boxes. Anyway, so like I said, I got them on Amazon and I absolutely love them, but I do want to just give some caveats and some tips if you're going to get them that I learned along the way. So the first is you can see about how long of a stem I'm leaving for each flower. It looks to be about like 4 inches, and honestly, next time I do it, I would even go longer because the flowers sort of settle a little bit, and one of the issues I had was I refill the water on my flowers about every day or so, sometimes every other day. And when you're refilling it, if you have to keep the water all the way to the top to reach the bottom of the stems, it just makes it that much more difficult to refill because when you're carrying it to the sink, it like spills a little bit. So it doesn't create this like airtight seal when you put on the lid. It's just a lid to close it. So if you have water all the way to the top of this long box and then you need to carry it around your house, it's going to spill out a little bit. You also want to be careful if you do have a wooden dining table. Ours is stone. But if it's wood, you just want to make sure it's dry when you put it down and you weren't spilling when you were carrying it over so that it doesn't harm your table at all. Okay, those are my caveats, but look how beautiful. Okay, I just finished them. They came out so beautifully. I feel like they look profesh. Initially, I was going to put both of them together as one super long arrangement, but I think I actually like them as two sort of next to each other. So I'm going to put them on the table and see how they look. Then I have to finish doing the table, but I'm so impressed. I love them. Here's how they look. I love the like natural gardening look to the flowers. And I will definitely put the link to these vase things because they're so pretty. I feel like so good if you're like hosting a party or just Shabbat or anything, just something different. Good morning. It is Thursday morning now, and me and this little one are gonna get started on the lasagnas. I'm hoping actually he'll let me do it while he plays Play-Doh. Are you playing Play-Doh? Trying to get the Play-Doh out? Play-Doh, yeah. Zacky's not one to play with toys necessarily or anything made for children. He prefers to just like ransack the house. But I had all this Play-Doh and I was like, why don't I take it out for him, see if he'll play and let me do the lasagna. So I just took out all the ingredients. I'm doing a really simple, like very kid-friendly lasagna. My nieces and nephews are, oh my goodness, 15, 12, and 8, I think, and then my kids are 6, 4, and 1. So it's a lot of kids, and I just wanted to keep it really simple for lasagna because I hope they'll eat it. So I'm doing like regular mozzarella cheese, ricotta, and then tomato sauce. No vegetables, obviously no meat, and yeah, let's do it. And now onto the lasagna. Like I said, I kept the recipe really simple. I'm actually not even following a recipe, but what I'm doing is making 2 lasagnas, so it's a lot of ingredients, but I'm using mozzarella cheese and ricotta cheese and just mixing those together with an egg to keep it like all bound together. And then I put a little bit of salt and pepper. Oh, I should link these for you, these salt and pepper shakers. They're the best because they're battery operated, so you don't have to like grind them to get the salt and pepper ground. Anyway, so yeah, just put that all together in a bowl, mix it through, and then for the rest of the lasagna, I wanted to use pasta sauce, like that would have been the normal thing to do, but I was running low, so I added that creamy tomato sauce. Oh wait, time out. I just dropped my phone into the cheese mixture. I should cut that out, but I'm leaving it in so you guys see my real life. I also, when I was editing this video, I realized that I have so many breaks in what I'm doing to text people back. I don't know how you guys spend your time, but I like it's just funny to watch it back and realize how much time I am messaging people and on my phone when I'm trying to get stuff done. Anyways, so I was talking about the tomato sauce. So yes, normally for lasagna I would just get a pasta sauce and be done with it, but I was running low and I didn't realize it. So I used this creamy tomato sauce and mixed that with the extra pasta sauce I had, and it was fine. Turned out great. I also use the no pre-cook, no boil noodles. They're not my favorite, honestly. If I'm making lasagna and I have time, I prefer to do the ones where you boil and then bake the lasagna. I just prefer the texture of them. But using these ones is just such a good time saver. So much easier. And I still think it tastes good. Like, it's still delicious. It's just not my absolute favorite. Oh, back to texting. Okay, I'm going to finish up this lasagna recipe and then move on to the challah. So to finish up the lasagna, all I'm going to do is layer everything together. I start at the bottom with a layer of the pasta sauce, and then the noodles, and then cheese, and then noodles, and then pasta sauce, and then noodles. And if I am going to use the bake in the oven lasagna noodles, I do like to do it a day or so ahead of time to give them time to soak up the pasta sauce. And I do like to use a lot of sauce because they really absorb the moisture. That's how they cook in the oven. So just a word of caution, if you're going to use those, make sure you have a really saucy lasagna to soak it all up and cook. And also, if you are able to, I find it works really well to make it the day before, a few hours ahead of time, so that that moisture can soak into the noodles and they cook all the way through. I always get nervous that they might not cook through because that has happened to me if I make lasagna really quick or I don't put enough sauce. Okay, you have been warned. Okay, that's done. It only took maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10, not very long. I do have to do a little bit of cleanup though, but not too bad. And I'm going to pop these in the refrigerator and then I'll just bake them right before dinner. We're getting going. And now onto my favorite part of preparing for Shabbat, and that is setting my table. Oh, I just love it so much. It brings me joy, makes me happy, brings me peace. It's just my favorite thing is to set the table. Although I always feel like I could do better. Like in my head I have ideas and I don't know. It's one of the things I almost want to like learn and study is how to be an expert. Let me know if you have any tips or things I should look into. Just finished setting the table, so I feel like a little disheveled. I also took my baby to swim class in between all this, so I probably need like a full shower. But anyways, so I finished the table. I wanted to show you guys how it looks. Okay, so we have the gorgeous flower vases, which I love so much, that really make the table. And then for my little ones, I didn't set out the nicer plates, so it does look a bit uneven, but you'll have to excuse that. And then we have our challah board. This is actually from the same company as that makes the challah cover. It's called Chai Modern. They're actually a South African company. If you didn't know, my family's South African too. This is the gorgeous ombre challah cover that they sent me, and then this is the challah board. It's glass. It's really, really pretty. Actually, this part might be acrylic, and this is like porcelain or ceramic. It says Shabbat Shalom. Anyway, so the challah will go there. Then we have kippot for the guys. This is a bakol achad. It's just like a songbook. Matches. The wine's over there. So this is how the table looks. There's the doggy. And then over here, it's my iced coffee. We're gonna do an ice cream bar for dessert. And then these are the Shabbat candles. So yeah, we're basically ready to go. I think I'm done for today because I'm gonna make the challah tomorrow. I will make the garlic paste for it today, maybe just to do that ahead of time. And that we're good to go, so I'll catch up with you tomorrow. So to make the garlic bread challah, I'm just mixing together butter, paprika, the jarred garlic, I think it's called minced garlic, salt and pepper and some pizza seasoning. As you can see, I'm measuring nothing. This is just how I cook. But I did use, I think, 1 stick of butter, almost 1 stick of butter. And then what I'm going to do is put this mixture in the challah dough. I'll show you how that works in just a minute. Good morning. It's Friday morning. My sister's coming today. I literally just got out of the shower, but it's time to make challah. I'm going to start my challah dough now so that it has time to rise. And then this afternoon, like after camp and pickups and nap times and all of that, I will make the garlic breadedness to it. Okay, but let's get started on the dough. This, by the way, is how I like to start my Friday mornings, or sometimes my Thursday mornings if I'm really planning ahead. Just get the dough done, and then I feel like everything's ready to go for Shabbat. So it's time to make my challah dough. It's the same one I make every Friday. This recipe is so adaptable. Like I said, I'm making the garlic bread challah this week, and I'm not doing anything different to the dough. It can absorb the garlic mixture just fine. I also sometimes make this like an extra sweet challah with icing and sprinkles on it. Like, you can really do anything with it as a base. Of course, just eat it plain as well. But it's super simple. I'll put all the recipe details below, and I have lots of videos on my YouTube channel and my Instagram about how I make this challah dough. I want to show you guys what's it called? I want to show you guys the yeast. This is after it's bubbled and risen. That's one of the keys to a good fluffy challah, is to let the water and yeast have time to rise and create that bubbling effect. Okay, let's go. Okay, when I'm making a full batch, I have to be very, very careful with the mixer, because this beautiful guy is perfect for a half recipe, which is what I do most of the time for our family. But for a full recipe, that's how I broke my mixer last time. So I'm going to knead the rest by hand to make sure not overwork him. Okay, so I'm kneading the dough by hand, and it is a workout, guys. I'm not going to lie. I definitely prefer to do a half recipe so that the mixer can take care of it for me. I also found that it was a little bit extra floury this week. I don't know. Sometimes, like, it just happens. Okay, it's a few hours later. I'm actually in my office because I don't know if you can tell, but there's a ton of light. It's right next to an open window, or not an open window, a window without a covering. And look at this baby. She has risen to glorious heights. So the challah dough has risen. It's time to braid, and I'm about to get to it. Yay! I'm so excited for garlic bread challah. It's gonna be so good. So I have a moment of calm in my office. I'm just here snuggling our old puppy, Rocky. Very old dog. So I just wanted to come on and say Shabbat Shalom before everyone arrives, and I want to thank you so much for being here with me and keeping me company as I get ready for Shabbat. I know it sounds silly, but I do not take it for granted. I so appreciate having you here and being with me, and I really feel like you are with me, and I love reading all your comments and answering any questions you have, and yeah, just like being connected with you, especially as I'm celebrating Shabbat and getting ready for Shabbat. And I always shout out my Instagram, but I am there more often day to day, just in terms of like responding to DMs or comments on posts and things like that. So if you ever need anything, definitely hit me up there, because I'm always fastest, I would say, over there. But yeah, so let me know if you guys like this, what more I can share. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, to let me know. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Shabbat Shalom. It is time to make my challah bread into garlic challah bread. So I have my mixture that I made the night before, and I have my dough risen and ready to go. I'm putting a touch of oil on my countertop. It just makes forming the challah easier. And I'm just breaking my challah dough into 3 evenly sized balls, and those are going to turn into my little ropes that I'm going to roll out and then braid together. I just want to warn you, you're watching this obviously sped up, but it takes time, to roll this all out and do it. It's a labor of love. Not too much time, but there's a physicality to it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm making a little line in the middle. That's where the garlic spread is going to go. Just the way I rolled it, I left space for that. But if you don't, you can also just use a knife and cut it. I sort of have it kind of already ready to go, but I'll use a knife as well just to open it up and make it even more wider to put as much of that yummy garlicky mixture in. So once you have your 3 ropes for the challah, you're going to stuff the middle with the garlic paste spread, and you're going to seal it back up in there. You'll see me once I've put all the garlic mixture in, I'm going to pinch that seam back together because you don't want it to explode everywhere in the oven. So you're going to pinch the seams and just close it all in, and then braid it together just like a normal challah, but probably just be a little bit extra gentle because you don't want to, again, for that seam to open and go everywhere. And at the end, I'm going to do an egg wash on top and put a little bit more of the garlicky mixture so that you can see it and smell it and know what you're getting into when you see the challah. And one last step before dinner, I'm making a really simple salad. I'm just using lettuce and tomatoes. I think I put cucumbers in there also, but just kept it really simple with ranch dressing for the kids. And then cutting up some fruit as well to have with our ice cream later. I'm just using strawberries, raspberries, and some blueberries and putting them in a nice bowl. It's amazing what a nice bowl can do, y'all. Really elevates things. But yeah, just doing those last little prep steps before Shabbat and dinner. Okay, everything is all set and ready, minus whatever destruction these two are up to. Here is the table. I think I showed you guys already. We've got the Shabbat candles and the little ice cream bar set up. Put these together. And then food-wise, I've got simple salad, the garlic bread challah, plain butter noodles for the little ones, and 2 lasagnas baking away, ready to go.